They don't even have they have like
set up a guest Wi-Fi
movie
account,
theater
guys.
seats in there, and 2/3 of the seats don't even work. They have caution tape around them, like somebody got shot in the chest. I'm like, what the fuck is this goddamn place? Welcome to Listen, They're Fine, your favorite parenting podcast about growing up in the 90s and trying to not pass that trauma onto your kids. I'm Brandon Bubba Ogborn, joined as always by my co-host, John Ahern. Look, we're back early, John. We only had a few days off with all this rehearsal schedule I got and back to school you got. I should say I'm doing a one-man show at the UCB Theater in Los Angeles, August 22nd, 29th, and September 5th. Come on out.
If you're hearing this in time, you should make your way out there.
It's hilarious. John, what kind of weekend did you have, my boy?
Quick update.
Yeah.
Doing my nightly dog walks.
Oh, yeah. Stock walks.
My stock walks, as you call them.
The stock.
And our audience may remember the old gentleman I ran into.
Grandpa Death,
who Brandon shamed me for not engaging with in a meaningful conversation.
Yeah, his wife could have been decomposing inside while he was having a stroke in the driveway, and he never asked.
I didn't ask. I was not a good journalist.
Not a good journalist, not a good neighbor.
Any fucking thing else?
I'd say not a good person, not a good reason to be on this earth, frankly.
Keep going. Let me know when you're done. Fuck.
Could be stronger. Could be more attractive.
All right, that's enough.
Oh.
Fucking...
So, what'd you say, good neighbor?
All right, so here, I'm trying to tell you, he's done insulting me. Fuck. So this time, I walked by, and I saw him this time. I saw him coming because I knew to look out. Last time, he caught me unawares.
Yeah, and you used your black voice.
So this time, I was looking out for him, saw him, and I heard your voice in my head saying...
I was using my black voice in your head.
You were saying, John, be a good neighbor. Say hello.
I said, stop being a fool.
Ask him about his wife.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I heard you in my head, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try. So I said, hey, how you doing? He didn't say a single word. He just kind of stared straight ahead. And I said...
And you leaned forward, you said, I said, how you doing? You old bat.
I said, you having a good night? And he kind of looked over at me a little bit. Said,
Oh.
And then looked back straight again. And I said, well, I tried. Fuck Brandon.
That's what you said to him?
Yeah.
And then he said, fuck 12.
I said it out loud.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Even I can admit that I need to eat humble pie.
I tried.
This guy
I tried. He's a creepball. He's sitting at the end of his driveway 11:30 at night.
He's sitting there like he wants company.
Who puts a bench at the very edge of their driveway where it meets the sidewalk?
The edge is looking for a chit-chat.
Yeah, and just sits there all on his lonesome.
Well, what's the next move? What are you going to do next time?
I'm going to let the dog run up to him next time. See what he does. Yeah.
Why don't you say
sick him?
You should just go, you hear about the aliens?
What if I just sit next to him?
Oh, that would be kind of funny.
That'd be a funny move,
You bring your own table? Or you bring your own bench? Or, no, you know what you do? You bring a chair and a little folding table. You open it up in front of him, and then you pull out a deck of cards.
Just start dealing.
There you go. Ace is wild.
As though he's been waiting for me this whole time.
He got a little vest on.
I'm kind of taking it as a challenge. He's a tough nut to crack. I kind of want to get to the bottom of this now.
What type of man are we talking? Are we talking working with your hands, man? Are we talking bird watching, man? Is he seem grumpy?
He kind of reminds
Clint
me.
Eastwood.
Do you remember the Pixar film Up?
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of that guy.
Oh. That guy's wife died.
Mm-hmm. He wants to be left alone, is what it seems.
So here's what you do. You dress up like that chunky little Asian boy, and you get the balloons and the Cub Scout uniform.
All right.
And you just kind of walk up. Or you dress You dress up like the construction crew and you pretend that you're going to tear his house down.
What if I deliver him a message saying, sorry, you got to clear out. Bank's bought your house.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Bank's buying up the whole neighborhood.
Do old-timey kind of dress like a 1930s bank examiner.
Oh, I like that.
You go, the whole thing.
Yeah.
They're clearing it out.
You're going to have to go.
Yep.
All right, I'll give that a try.
Making way for the freeway. It's going to connect one town to another within 30 minutes. Yeah. You ought to do that.
This is all going away.
Yeah.
No more Route 66 for you, partner. Well, audience, if you have any ideas on what I should do, or maybe should I just leave this poor man alone?
I think we should make a list of top 10 things John should say to this guy.
I'm going to try to come up with some options, and I'll bring it to you next episode, and you tell me what I should try. I'll bring in some different ideas.
I know, for one, the best one is that you start across the street, you leave your dog at home, and you dress up as Death. And you have a sickle, and you kind of point at him.
And I walk slow.
With a claw, like a skeleton hand you put on, and you point.
For our audience,
watch, he'd pull a gun out.
We're pointing very ominously right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that actually reminds me, audience. If you're listening to this on Apple and Spotify now, you should be able to see our video. If you can easily natively within those apps now, you'll be able to see our video of this show.
I didn't even know about this.
In the past, you had to go to YouTube if you wanted to see our handsome faces.
Yep.
But now, natively within Apple Podcasts and in Spotify, you should be able just to click right there and you can see the video. If you prefer.
Give it a click. You can see my many hairstyles. None of them good.
If you want to see Brandon's dog, if you want to see...
Gracie's been joining us lately.
Sometimes we do visual aids on this show. We show books. We show different things.
Maybe we'll do more if we get more people over there.
We show scary stuffed animals with human teeth.
Yeah, we show old copies of Jack Mags.
So other than Grandpa Death, we also had Cub Scouts is starting back up.
Oh, you still doing that?
Yeah, with my younger son, with Bob McSniffleson.
Oh, yeah, your son, Bob.
My 7-year-old.
So they have regular meetings and stuff?
Well, the summer we kind of took off, and now we're starting back up. It kind of follows the school year a little bit. And so we started back up.
Do they have a sign up that's like days since molestations? It would be like 30.
So, like we're
the summer that they took off, it's like 62 days since the last molestation.
Yeah, like we're a warehouse and it's days since last accident.
They go, look, we got to get these numbers up. I mean, down.
Brandon, they've turned things around, all right? It's the Scouts now, all right?
Oh, yeah. That means they molest everybody, not just the boys.
Equally.
Oh.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah, I thought about joining it, but I've already been molested.
I think Henry would be a good candidate for the Scouts.
For getting molested?
Well, that too. But I meant for the Scouts.
He's too outgoing for that. For the Scouts.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm telling you, the demeanor of these boys, he would fit right in.
What's the demeanor of
They're
these
all
boys?
nuts.
They're
crazy. They want to play. They're silly. They're all trying to be funny. It's all. That's the great part that I think about the Scouts. Does this kind of give them
structure so they don't end up like me?
Yes.
Oh.
That's the idea. Is all these boys are nuts.
And I think maybe I should do this because he does have a lot of my problems even at age 5. Is he 5 now?
Your son?
Yeah, I think he's 5.
He's 5. Yeah, he's going into kindergarten.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe I should because I do worry he's going to be a big dropout like me because he can't focus on anything and he's such a goofball and he's going to get into drugs and alcohol and
it's
premarital sex and murder like I did.
Let me pitch you on it. The reason I think it's good is because it's very low stakes right now. So you can try it. You don't like it. You don't have to keep doing it. It's not a big commitment.
Oh, I don't have to pay like a bunch of money?
I mean, it's some amount of money, but it's not a bunch.
Well, how much is some, John? Because you got a big top hat and a monocle as far as I'm concerned. You go, that's not a lot of money.
You can actually, if you go, they have a
scholarship. What do you think? I'm poor?
Can I finish?
Oh.
They have a little get together once a year. It's called Scout-O-Rama. And if you go to that, it's free. You can join for free. You just have to buy the uniform, which isn't much at all.
Scout-O-Rama?
Scout-O-Rama. If you go to that, it's free. Otherwise, I think it's $100 to join.
When's the Scout-O-Rama?
I'll let you know when it comes up. No, I'll let you know when it's coming
That's
up.
what Diddy used to call it, the Scoutorama.
I think, Henry, you guys would really like it because it is a lot of young boys all being silly, all with a lot of energy, because it's all these parents that are just like us with our young sons. They're nut jobs. Yeah. You need to direct them in some way, but they like doing outdoors things. Yeah. They like being adventurous. That's why it's so great. That's what
Henry wants to do.
Yeah, that's why it's so great.
Could I join your one, or would you be too embarrassed if I'm there cracking jokes?
No, it's the wrong age. They have to be with kids their age. So he would be
so much younger than you.
Yeah, it's how old the dad is, not the kid.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So he would be in one for kindergartners right now, which would be Bears, I think.
I think he's a twink.
Bear. Maybe you shouldn't join.
You're gonna kick us right out.
It's supposed to be bears, then tigers, then wolves. So Bob, my son, is at a Wolves now because he's in second grade.
How do they go through this? I know you're not a representative of the Cubs, but does Cub Scout end in like college? It goes through high school.
It goes through Eagle Scouts, which is through high school.
Huh. Oh, so like, yeah, that's why they'd be like, oh, he was an Eagle Scout. Like they're like in the
That's the last one. But I think once they get to the higher ones, it's not is exclusively age dependent. I think it kind of breaks up. There's 16-year-olds and 15-year-olds in the same one.
But here's the thing,
But at young age, they're all the same age.
You're very competent as a father and as a member of civilized society. I live on the margins, and I know very little, and I am very stupid, as I'm very quick to point out to people. As a degenerate fuck, do you think they'll let me in, even if I keep my mouth shut by not doing voices? Or are they going to be like, what do you do for a living? What kind of school did you go to? You don't know how to start a fire? And I'll be like, well, I almost burned a house down because of my incompetence, but I don't know how to formally start a fire.
Brandon, all the more reason your son needs to join this.
Okay.
Because there are other dads, and that is the exact structure of this to help kids learn these things. If you don't know these things, they will help teach your son these things.
But then I could learn alongside.
Exactly.
Huh.
Yeah.
I feel like in Forrest Gump when he's like, meets his son, and he's like, is he smart? Is he gonna be like me?
Can he tie a knot?
Yeah. He wanted to say the R word.
Yeah.
Okay, sound advice.
Yes.
Let's take a break.
Okay.
And we talk about our favorite group of privatized law enforcement, the Paw Patrol.
Brandon. Last week, you referenced our least favorite cartoon characters and show, Paw Patrol. You talked about this last week. You spoke of this. We moved on. We didn't dig in because I hate Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
And they have a new film out right now. And
Paw Patrol. What? Dino Island.
What say you? Why do we need to discuss this?
Well, I have been fortunate for the most part of my children's brief childhoods to completely avoid the entertainment that they like, with the exception of sitting down occasionally to watch Bluey. But I don't even think I've watched that much Bluey, which Bluey is good. But they'll be watching a thing and I just go, oh, and they go, sit down and watch. And I go, no, thanks. I've successfully avoided all of Paw Patrol. My kids have pads and they have the television and I just kind of go, not for me. But I had to take the kids out of the house for the whole goddamn day and night because my wife was doing this PTA thing and she was hosting it. Bless her heart. Love all these PTA moms, but I had to be out here for the whole evening. So the only option was to take them to a movie. And as we discussed, John, the options for family movies these days is nothing.
Got it. Because there's nothing good out.
There's nothing good.
You've seen Toy Story 5,
5 times.
5 times.
And it's fucking long, too.
Yeah. And it's great, but you can't. What are you going to do? Go see it again? It was okay.
It's time to hang it up.
I mean, number 3 was the best. What are you going to do after 3?
Why would they even... Forget it. Why would you even do this?
Yeah.
Make a number 4 and 5. I mean, I agree with Tarantino. It was a trilogy.
Hold on. We should stop there. Tarantino famously said that Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 was a perfect trilogy.
Yes.
And he said if they make any more, he's not going to see them.
And he's not missing out because
it's perfect. It ended perfectly at 3.
So
I agree with him.
Yeah, it's one of the few things we agree about with Tarantino.
I agree with him other than the fact that I still have young children, so do you. So if they come out with a new Toy Story, we're going to fucking see it.
I don't like this way of living. I only saw Toy Story 5 because you and Saldana were like, let's all go.
Bullshit. You went and saw it again multiple times without us. You're a liar.
It was on TV.
You're a liar.
It was on TV.
Anyway, I digress.
Here's the thing.
You went and saw Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol, my son's excited about. I said, I don't want to see this, but I'm going to have to. And Maggie went along with because she was in a rare good mood. It's just as terrible as I thought it would be.
It seems it was made by AI before stuff started being made by AI.
Exactly. The writing is so bad. And I've heard that this show is formulaic. Now, what Saturday morning cartoon wasn't formulaic when we were growing up, of course, especially, you look at Rescue Rangers and stuff. So Pot Kettle Black, as far as that goes, I know Paw Patrol got a lot of heat during Black Lives Matter because they were like, you're teaching your kids that cops are okay. I also know they've gotten heat because it's technically a privatized law enforcement. It's a private group of dogs who are firefighters and cops.
Yeah, they're not employed by the government.
They don't work for the city.
No.
And a child is the one who is
directing
them in every episode. There's like, oh no, the schoolhouse is on fire. And then this kid who's got early 2000s ska band hair goes like, all right, Paw Patrol, get ready. And then they're like, assemble the skidooble. And it's like, brrr, like Power Ranger shit.
The world building they've done in Paw Patrol, to me, is so lazy and
paltry.
Shitty.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
I think the city's called like Adventure Town.
And
there's like the mayor. By the way, all the characters, the human characters, all look like they're at a pride rally. They're all these like cartoon variations of gay stereotypes. It's hilarious. It's like one of them
so
looks
bad.
like he's a bear. One looks like he's a twink. One of them looks like I remember working at Trader Joe's downtown Chicago, and they'd have Fetish Con. Mm-hmm. So there'd be people who'd come in these different crazy rubber outfits that like to be peed on, that like to be pooped on, and they have these like specific rubbery outfits. There's a guy that looks like he likes to get wrapped up in rubber and fisted. And the worst part about my biggest gripe about the movie was that they have these lazy catchphrases. It's not even catchphrases. They're one-liners that are recycled one-liners that will be like, all right, buckle up, smash, something blows up. They're like, now that's what I call a kaboom or whatever. And as they're saying these tacky fucking one-liners, I'm trying to fall asleep because I'm like, I almost wish that... You remember when The Dark Knight came out and somebody came in and started shooting up the Aurora Theater?
Yes.
I was like, I hope a shooter comes in.
If you need to go.
I don't want anybody to die, but just like to clear this place out.
Oh, yeah.
So I can be like, oh, a shooter showed up.
I had to go.
But in barring a mass shooting attempt, I should say, at the theater, I was like, the only way I can make it through this. And look, I even like going to the dentist, right? This, I wanted to fully disassociate myself from it, the way that people talk about being assaulted.
It's insulting how bad it is. That's the thing. The dentist isn't trying to be entertainment in any way. It just is what it is.
I would have
Paw Patrol is
the pain.
It's pretending that it's funny, that it's interesting,
there's any engaging
it's creative.
Plot points. And as I'm dozing off and these stupid one-liners come of like, all right, gang, time to close shop. I'm just dozing, and Henry goes, ha, 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 Dad, did you see that? Dad, did you hear him? Dad, and he's hitting me, and I'm what? He goes, it's time to close shop. Awesome. That was awesome. And I'm just like, I never want to be here again. How could they do this to us? I am not for doxing and harassing people.
We need to dox the creators of Paw Patrol.
We need to find out who's behind this, because I almost feel like it's not even people. I think maybe it is some kind of pre-AI system that just scraped and scratched through Saturday morning cartoons. Now, look, it's not an educational show. There's nothing wrong with that. Not everything is going to be
Of course,
Daniel
it can just be
Tiger.
entertaining.
A lot
it's
of
fine.
the Saturday morning cartoons we watched were stupid.
Sure.
Right? And they were there just to sell products, right? There's parents whose kids are obsessed with Paw Patrol. They have all the toys. Luckily, my son only has a few of them, and I even find those things to be devoid of any creativity in their design and appearance. They're disgusting to me, but I let them exist. But I feel like there is some cruelty from these people who are making this show. Now, my heart does go out to them a little bit, because I did remember in watching this movie when I did my Tom Cruise play, and I had a meeting at Nickelodeon. Or rather, I had a meeting with an executive who used to be a development executive at Nickelodeon.
Okay.
And when I was talking to her about, she was like, "What kind of shows do you want to write?" And I didn't know fucking anything about TV.
Anything about Paw Patrol.
I was like, I'll write anything. I've got ideas for children's shows. I've got ideas for adult dramas, this and that. And she goes, whoa. Just so you know, if you ever get into writing children's cartoons or television, like at Nickelodeon or some of these networks, you have to get out within the first year. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, because if you don't, you're trapped. Because getting out of children's cartoon jail is very hard to do once you're in past a year. Because they just look at you of like, well, you're a kid's cartoon writer.
Okay.
So most of these people, she said, who write these shows, they're actually pretty bitter because they're like, I fucking hate
it shows.
And so that's maybe they're just like, we are deliberately making this so bad as a fuck you to the parents who continue to keep us trapped in this purgatory.
Listen, I'm not keeping you trapped in cartoon jail.
Yeah.
I'm sorry your life choices got you to this point. I sympathize. I do. However, Paw Patrol, I agree with everything you said, but I'm going to add some finer points to this. I have no problem with formulaic shows. My kids watch all sorts of cartoons. Some are, I don't know if I call them highbrow, but some of them are much better than others. You know, Bluey is very good, obviously. There's stuff, I would say Alvin and the Chipmunks is very formulaic. My boys like that. Some might compare it to Paw Patrol. I would punch that person in the face.
Okay.
There is a difference between being formulaic and just being plain lazy and churning out garbage.
Yeah.
Have some pride in what you make. Paw Patrol, there is nothing original about it. They have taken existing jobs. There's nothing creative about that.
From Americans.
Yeah, just things that kids already... Well, no, I just mean firefighter, police officer. They didn't create some interesting new IP there. No, you just took jobs. You anthropomorphized dogs.
Just the dogs, by the way. All the other animals on the show don't seem to talk.
No, there's no logic to their world building. This is another problem with it. They put kids in there. They put these dogs in there. The one-liners aren't even one-liners. It's the things you said. Now, that's what I call a good time.
Yeah, they're like 90s catchphrases.
It's nothing. There is no creativity taking place whatsoever. It is garbage. I hate it so much. I'm so glad my boys never really latched onto it. They watched it a little bit, and then they moved on.
Lucky you.
And I think it's so bad, especially in this day and age. There is so much, I know you don't like this word, there's so much good content for children out there. It is a fucking golden age of stuff for kids programming. You do not need to watch Paw Patrol.
You know what was the most offensive thing about seeing that movie, though? As a Long Beach resident, there's not really celebrities in this movie, but in the opening scene, there's a yacht that catches on fire, and you know who plays the guy who owns the yacht?
I have no idea.
Snoop D-O-double-G.
Oh, God.
He's like, dang, I'm on this yacht. Where's this fire coming from? Oh, nah. I better call the Paw Patrol. Shit. And I was just like, fucking Snoop, dude. I know this guy gets paychecks like Shaq, but have some class, dude. Have some
That was
fucking
probably
class.
the best part of the movie.
No, there was no good part.
You're just like, no, there's nothing good.
There was no good part, dude.
Oh, man.
Anyways, I'm not for violence, but if you guys want to find the creators of Paw Patrol and drag them through the street, stone them and set their bodies on fire. I'm fine with that.
Who knew we'd spend 13 minutes talking about Paw Patrol? This is a place where I think the left and right can agree.
Yeah. God.
You know what's going to bring this country together?
Killing the creators of Paw Patrol.
Maybe it's like Chinese propaganda or something. There's some weird subversive messages in it.
It feels
right?
like it's so bad there has to be. Because I do remember, like, we weren't doing the show yet, but the kids, when they were very little, there'd be these like YouTube fairy tales that were all a little off, almost like Cocomelon, where they'd just be these kind of slow motion, bad 2D animation of like, I'm singing a song about ducks, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
What is
here?
happening here?
What the fuck? And if they were like, don't you hear that humming underneath? That's a radio wave that's coming from North Korea, and it puts in this mind that your kids are gonna like grow up and like work for China, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, cool, that's fine with me. There's no other layer here under Paw Patrol that even so remotely makes it seem like it should exist.
And so bad. There has to be something nefarious happening because nothing else makes sense. Why would you be churning this out? I don't understand.
I mean, it's just like, I don't know, dude. If I'm sure that, like, remember when Lindsey Graham died last month? And mostly people were like, yeah, he was evil.
Yeah, you had your flag at half staff in your front yard, right?
Well, of course they did. I mean, he was an honorable man. He was an honorable man that took votes away from women and minorities. And like Trump said, he never saw a war he didn't like. But like, I feel if it was like we see like obituary of like, you know, Rex Feldstein, creator of Paw Patrol, dies, every parent would be like, good riddance, the evil that you wrought on this planet, the mediocrity that you have instilled.
What's the connection between the creators of Paw Patrol and Epstein?
There has to be.
There has to be something, right?
He had to have been on the island.
I mean, on the spectrum of zero connection to he was his best friend, where are they on there? It's somewhere on that spectrum.
It has to be, dude. I feel like if you pull up the emails and you're like, Larry Ellison, Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, Stephen Hawking. Who's Epstein's lawyer? The one who was OJ's lawyer?
Oh, I can't remember. I don't know.
He's a terrible guy. Oh, he's taught at Harvard. If you were like, yeah, and they all, you know, remember where Ghislaine had that email that was like, I'm basically like the mod on Reddit, and I like created this whole thing that if it was like she had the idea with Jeffrey Epstein and they all were like, yes, a game, a movie and a TV series of like dogs that have a privatized law enforcement.
And
we'll get children to be comfortable with the idea of destroying civil service. And to trust.
There's some long game. There's some 4D chess happening
because
here.
it's like, and then you've got Sam Altman, because it's like, yes, these are intelligent beings that are actually, maybe they're androids because they're part robotic and their machines are extensions of them. You know?
Wow. Yeah. You're a little further on the QAnon train than I am here, but
I never got off the Q train. I think the storm's still coming, guys. It just got pushed down the road a little bit.
On that note, I think we need to take a break.
We're back. I found the creator of Paw Patrol. His name is Keith Chapman. He once gave an interview that said, I'm pretty much anonymous. Not anymore, Keith Chapman, who lives in Monaco, according to Wikipedia.
Are you doxing this guy?
Yeah. All our listeners in Monaco, the tax haven.
Yeah, he had to move
for the wealthy
out of the United States.
He got to move there. He's probably racing a car. You know what? Most wealthy people there, they drive off a cliff.
Is this guy American?
No, he's British. And the company he partnered with was, of course, Canadian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Disgusting. It said that he used to work for the Henson Company and then left for a job in advertising. So he left good for evil.
We're calling you out.
Keith Chapman.
You're on notice.
You're on notice, dude. He's the Dr. Evil
You suspect.
of children's television creators.
Well,
yes, suspect.
Thanks
What's
for
that
getting
from Good Will Hunting?
Good Will Hunting.
Yes, suspect. Yep.
Well, thanks for getting to the bottom of that, Brandon. Really appreciate it.
You pig, Keith Chapman.
You know, we started this show tonight with you asking me about my weekend. Yeah. We never really talked about it.
Oh.
We went snorkeling this weekend.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that with the kids, but I'm like, I feel like I'm going to get eaten by a shark.
It's possible. You got to find the right environment. We drove down to La Jolla.
Well, I keep booking them at Shark Tanks.
Yeah, that might be where you're going wrong. The leopard sharks go to La Jolla for mating season every year. These are
sluts.
These are safe sharks. They are not dangerous in any way. So we wanted to go down and check it out and try it out. So my wife did all this research.
She does, doesn't she?
She's so good at that stuff. We drove down there. It was a whole thing.
It's about 2 hours away, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Ugh. Yeah, we got the snorkels. We rented them. We go to the beach. We get there. We go out to get in the water, and it was just a cloud. It's been so hot, but it was a cloudy morning.
You never know down there. It could be so hot up here, and then it's just a big old cloud factory.
And it was...
Was it cold?
Cold. We get in the water. Everybody's cold. The waves are... It was really high tide. It was supposed to be low tide.
God did not like you.
There's no visibility in the water. We can't see anything. It was full breakdown within 10 minutes of being there. Things were falling apart. Everyone wants to get out of the water. I'm trying to... No,
the kids are just going, it's too cold.
Yeah.
Nobody has wetsuits, right?
No.
You seem like a wetsuit kind of guy.
Yeah, you would think, but no.
Yeah.
So we get out, and my wife just goes, we're just having a beach day. We're done with this. But the actual beach where you can sit and, in the sand and have an umbrella and the chairs and whatnot is like a fucking 20-minute walk down the beach. So we grab all our stuff, and we start hoofing it down the beach. Everybody's unhappy the whole time. We're
hoofing it.
Whining and complaining.
Yeah.
Myself included. We finally get to the area, and I haven't given up, though. I go, you know what? We came all the way fucking down here. I'm seeing a leopard shark.
Oh.
Damn it. So I go, I'm going back.
You pull out a gun, and you just start shooting in the water.
I'm going back. I'm getting the snorkel gear. I'm going back. And my older son, Bill, the 10-year-old, he goes, I want to go with you. And so I sit him down I didn't sit him down, but we start doing the walk, and I talk to him on the walk, and I say,
listen, you little son of a bitch.
This is what's going to happen here.
Only one of us is coming back alive.
I says, Bill, we may not see a leopard shark, but we're going to die trying.
Oh, Jesus.
No, I said,
that's shit I'd say.
We have to be patient. There's no guarantee we're going to see anything, but we came all the way down here. And the name of the game here is patience. We're going to go out there. It's going to be cold. It's going to get waves crashed on us. We're going to do our best, and we're going to try to see a leopard shark. And it may not happen. We could do everything right, and we may not see anything.
And then you put on headphones over him, and you said, listen to this Eminem song. Bum, 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 bum. Palms are sweaty. All beach, arms are heavy. He's got snorkeling gear on already.
Lose yourself in the moment. Yeah. So we go out there, and he has the right attitude, and we do it, and we are out there for a while. Lo and behold, leopard sharks.
Oh.
We saw the leopard sharks.
How are they, big or little?
They are, I would say, 3 feet long.
Well, did you punch these leopard sharks?
We did. Oh. But they are harmless.
Well, what's the point?
They are harmless sharks, but we saw, I think we saw 4 of them. It was super cool. We were very excited because we were so patient. And then, we walked back, and I told him, I said, hey, when we get back, don't
tell anybody.
Brag to your mom and to your brother too much. We don't want to make them feel bad that they didn't do it, right? We're excited. We had a good time. We don't need to rub it in. He said, yeah, no, I get you.
He walks back. He goes, guess what, pussies?
Basically, as soon as we got back, he goes, we saw 4.
What'd you see,
all
losers?
Right out the window. So my younger son, Bob, he wanted to go now. He said, I'm ready to go now, too.
He said, tough luck, shithead.
That's what you would have said. I said, okay. We got to walk back. It's a 15, 20-minute walk back. You want to do it? He said, yeah, I want to do it. So then I had the same conversation with him.
Played the same Eminem song.
Lose yourself in the moment.
Actually, you played Dear Stan. He goes, what does this have to do with anything?
Yeah, this doesn't make sense.
And you're like, the point is to not become too obsessed with your idols.
Different message. Nothing to do with snorkeling, just different message in life. So I explained the same thing to him. Hey, we got to be patient. There's no guarantee. We're going to try. And he goes, okay, no, I want to do it. And we went out there, and I will say, great attitude again. He was very patient. It was fucking cold. Mm-hmm. We were doing it. Do
you warm up after swimming for a while, though? Or is
you do. You get used to it.
God, it's fucking
cold? No, you get used to it.
I know, like, when you get under the water and then you're, like, finally used to it, and then you get out and you're like, fuck, it's too cold outside.
That's what happens. But you kind of get a little bit numb in the water. And we didn't see any leopard sharks.
Oh, did you tell him, I guess you're bad luck?
I didn't.
Oh.
I just told him I thought it was a good lesson. Where it was a bummer. It was for sure. But I did say, hey, we did everything right. Sometimes it's just you don't get lucky, and that's okay. We still have a fun time. We did all the right things. That's all you can do is do your best, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You just got to try.
You know how to cheer them up when they're sad at the beach?
How?
You get a stick, and you draw a penis, and you have it go and pee.
That's a great
And
idea.
then you go, bet you didn't see that coming.
Boys would love that. I should have done
that. Then before some other moms on the beach come up and start admonishing you, start rubbing your feet all over.
Yeah.
No, it's a whale. It's a whale.
Where were you on Saturday? That was a great idea. But he was great about it, honestly. And so then we went back to where my wife was, and then we just had a great day at the beach. Kids get over shit so fast. But
what's the lesson, John? You always come in with lessons.
I do like to come in with lessons, don't I?
You always come with lessons, and I always come with there is no point.
I come with lessons.
There's no reason to be alive.
You come with the funny. That's the peanut butter and jelly of this podcast.
Mine is like, you could live, you could die.
If you were just here,
a cruel game.
It would just be, you'd be fine. If you were just here, it'd just be funny.
You know, we were watching that shitty ass Paw Patrol movie that Keith Chapman came up with.
Fucking Keith Chapman.
Maggie kept going, oh, I'm scared, when there'd be like a slightly tense moment.
Yeah.
I was like, are you for real? She goes, what's going to happen? Dead ass every time I go, they're all going to die, hopefully. Every single time. She goes, what's going to happen? I go, hopefully they die.
I would have said nothing. There's obviously no stakes in this movie whatsoever.
I was rooting for the bad guy in that movie.
So, lesson from snorkeling. I do think there was a lesson here, and this is something I'm working on more with my children, is patience. My boys...
How do you even explain what patience is?
None.
Yeah, kids don't.
I have a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old. They have zero fucking patience right now. It's driving me crazy because it affects all parts of our lives.
I know you're not a child psychologist, but can kids even have patience
now?
They can.
They can.
I think developmentally, I'm talking about.
I do. I think.
I know there's some things where I'm like, these fucking kids, why do they keep? And then I see inevitably some like pediatrician shows up on my Instagram and is like, hey, it's Dr. Becky. I just want to let you know that kids actually can't regulate their prefrontal nervous, blah, blah, blah. So then I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Listen, I'm not trying.
Shut up. With your ass, Dr. Becky. Why don't you move to Monaco?
Yeah.
With Keith.
I think they can.
They can.
I think it's part age for sure, but I think you have to nurture it as well. My 10-year-old
motherfucker, how do you nurture patience?
Did you just hear my story about the snorkeling and everything?
But how are you nurturing it?
We talk about it and I say, listen, we may or may not, but we have to be patient. That's what patience is we do our best. Maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. But if we throw a fit and we don't give it a chance, it definitely won't happen. So this is why
but you're
we
saying
need to be
they
patient.
won't. You're trying to explain to me, John, the logic. You told your kids, if you throw a fit, you won't see a tiger shark.
That's correct.
That's not a true thing.
It is. It's actually a very, very
How would
true
it have
thing.
mattered if you throw a fit or not?
If you throw a fit and we have to get out of the water, you're not going to see anything. If you start screaming,
I thought you were talking about throwing a fit on the walk.
No, if you have a tantrum and you're in a bad mood, we're not going to do this thing. You're not going to see anything. So if you want the reward for this, the skill required, the virtue, if you will, is patience.
That's a biblical word.
I knew you'd like that one.
Interesting. Now you've got my attention.
So that is what I'm trying to nurture with my children. My youngest son, Bob specifically, is patience. We have to work on patience in this household because we want to do fun things with them. We love doing outdoor adventure-y things with them.
We sure do.
Yeah, we definitely do.
I might someday too if I become a Girl Scout.
But they all require patience. So that's the morality of my snorkeling story.
I always tell my kids, sometimes God says yes, sometimes God says no, and sometimes God says wait a while.
Do you have to wake them up after you're done with this speech?
What? No, I was asleep. Well, that sounds like some action-packed weekend shit, John.
Yeah. Now,
per usual.
How was your weekend besides fucking Paw Patrol? How are the kids doing? You told us about Paw Patrol, but I feel as though that was the tip of the iceberg.
I mean, Henry is, of course, always bothering me. But he's only bothering me in the sense of like being slightly annoying, where I am like, hey, can you give me a minute? Can you be patient? It's a virtue. The thing is, Maggie's such a little moody see you next Tuesday lately. Henry's like become golden boy here because he's like creating this architecture, if you will, around his life. Not only with his drawings, which he'll say, do you see this garbage truck? And I'll be like, oh, it's okay. And he'll be like, I told you I'm an artist. And I'm like, sure you are, buddy.
Yeah.
But then he's like, got all these, as I've talked before, these like train parts from Wyatt's stepdad who passed away. Wyatt donated some to Henry. So
Wyatt's our producer for our audience.
So Henry's like constantly bringing this varied collection of cars and model houses and little train tracks and random train cars. And these particular scale of trains, he says he's building his train museum. So he'll be like, well, gotta go work on my train museum.
He's got a hobby.
And then he's now obsessed with the vacuum. So he's vacuuming for over an hour a day now. He'll come home from his little art class. And
apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, he's watching me be a housewife. So he's like, I got to vacuum. But he'll see an area of the house that's like unattended, that's got a lot of like dog hair or dirt in a corner. And he's like, oh, Dad, you got to help me get the vacuum out. I got to get this part. And he'll spend a half hour over there just like getting it. And then he'll show me like the bin of the vacuum and be like, it's so full. He's got an area outside that he calls his terrarium, which is by a bush, where he's like put scraps of food and water that he'll do every day for his roly-polies, which, dear God, there are an insane amount of roly-polies now over there.
I'll get some roaches. You keep doing this.
No. These roly-polies will kill the roaches. But he's just he washed my car today. I got a power washer, and he wanted to use it.
What's this kid trying to prove?
I don't know.
What's going on?
He wants more money for toys for his museum. But meanwhile, John, I got Maggie, who is in the throes of therapy and is having these fantastic California dream days where she's going to play at her friend Julian's for hours at a time. She's riding her bike. She gets hours of her pad. She's getting all this exercise with swim class and soccer is starting to, but she acts as if she's been living in a tower. She's so moody.
Sure.
And yesterday she went to this birthday party that by all accounts was a goddamn blast. I had a rehearsal, so it's like, how was the birthday party where you had pizza and bottomless Doritos and people played in the pool for hours? And it was a small gathering of just like her best friends from the neighborhood.
A highlight of your summer if you had a day like this.
Like a day to die on.
What a
day. The most magical day you could imagine.
So what was Maggie's response to this?
Oh, it was the worst day of my life. I don't even want to live with this family anymore. I go, bitch, what? She goes, Henry was being so annoying. I'm like, of course he was. She's like, he hit me in the vagina with a ball. And then somebody else hit me in the head with the ball. I go, what were they playing? She goes, baseball. I go, okay, well, you don't know how to catch, so you're probably going to get hit. I wasn't even playing. I was just walking through where they were playing.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
And they didn't have
Friendly
anything
fire,
to eat. Well, I heard they had pizza. Well, they just had pizza and Doritos. Isn't that what you love?
Fucking doesn't every kid in the world love pizza and Doritos?
I go, what do you hate about this family, Maggie? She goes, well, my brother, I just wish that he was a baby again because I don't even like him. I wish I didn't even have a brother. I go, okay, trying to not react. And I go,
that's my son.
What about me? She goes, well, all you do is joke all the time at the wrong time. You're always joking at the wrong time.
She's not wrong.
And I said, and what about mom? She goes, mom doesn't even respect me. Nobody even respects me. I was like, okay, Rodney Dangerfield.
Jesus.
I go, where would you rather live? She goes, at Julian's. I go, oh, has Julian ever been annoying to you? Well, sometimes they get in fights all the fucking time.
Yeah. This is a leading question.
Yeah.
You know the answer.
Yeah. And I go, does his mom's joke at all? She goes, well, they know when to joke.
They got better timing than you.
Oh, they got better timing.
Wait, is her mom Tig Notaro? Like, who's Julian's parents? Fucking some stand-ups?
They're school teachers, okay.
They ain't as funny
great.
as you.
But they're fun. And also, like, Lauren, the one who's out, like, teaching the kids how to ride bikes and do sports.
How dare this girl insult your comedy chops?
Dude,
of all the things. She could say a lot.
Rightfully, though. She goes, and you're always recording me when I tell you not to. I go, well, that's true.
That's true. You got a point on that one.
I am fucking blasting your ass on the internet as far as I can. It's my only outlet.
But to insult your comedy.
Yeah, that's low, dude. That's low. But I tried not to react. I tried to Michelle Obama that shit, dude. You go low, I go high.
Sure.
And I just said, well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you'll feel better tomorrow.
You sent her to bed without dinner?
After I drop your ass off at a fucking shelter, you little bitch. Just kidding. But I don't know, dude. Sometimes I'll tell you what, I am like, I don't want to pick my favorites, but she is not my favorite right now. And she better turn this shit around because she was all see you next Tuesday today, too.
You think it's something to do with the older child? Because this sounds all too familiar to me with my boys who are 10 and 7.
My sister wasn't mopey, though. My older sister.
Yeah, this is a different dynamic, though. Different time, different generation. But current day, my 10-year-old is moody just like that, too. Fucking all of a sudden he gets so temperamental. One thing doesn't go the right way, and he's so moody, and he holds on to it like Maggie.
She also has, like, a photographic memory. Like, she remembers every fucking slight. I posted this video the other day. Henry was, like, banging some ice with, like, a rubber mallet. Mm-hmm. And I had forgotten about this, but she was like going to her friends.
I saw Catherine.
Like, I'm going to my friends. And then she comes out and she goes, what are you doing? And he goes, I'm hitting this bag of ice with a hammer. And she goes, oh. And he goes, it's the safer hammer. Because I got him a safer hammer, the mallet.
Sure.
And she goes, yeah, out of nowhere. Yeah, I know. That's not the safe hammer because you hit my fingers with it last Valentine's Day. Sure enough, dude, this bitch was right. I looked up last Valentine's Day, and I was filming them hitting these fucking rocks that I got from this guy who my mom donated, like sold rocks to after my dad died. And we went to visit this man, which is its own long story, but he gave us these ones that you can hit with a chisel and crack open, and they have like crystals inside of them. Geodes, they're called. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, Henry fucking accidentally hit Maggie in the finger with that mallet a year and a half ago.
Not 6 months ago Valentine's Day.
No. 2025 Valentine's Day.
She is holding
and she fucking remembered it, dude.
Yeah.
And she remembers shit too where you're like, oh, whatever. And she's like, you always give that. That's why on Easter, or it won't even be a holiday. She'll be like, the day that you were driving home from Pop-Ups and you stopped off to get Chick-fil-A and you had those chocolates in the car and you gave Henry extra or whatever. And I'm like, good God.
The sense of injustice.
The injustice.
And the
that's a good way to say it, to be like, they have a strong sense of justice.
Yeah.
They have a strong sense of their own selfishness. Because if it was up to her, she'd get all the candy.
Yeah, they never remember
Henry
when things went their way and it wasn't fair to their sibling, right?
It's always when they were done wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the only silver lining I have about this kid is that Julian, the boy we love, 2 doors down, who's the coolest kid in town.
Yeah.
They fight all the time. They have great days and they have horrible days. And there's days where he's super mean to her, according to her. There's days where she's like, I got all dressed up and went over to Julian's and he ignored me because he was playing his video game. And I'm like, ooh, I'm so glad she's learning teenage heartbreak and dating in your 20s right now.
Learning
with him.
it now. Yeah.
And I'm like, I want Julian to be mean to her. I want her to go through all the heartaches with him so that she toughens up. Because I feel like that's kind of the thing is like Henry has physical grit, but he also seems to have emotional, psychological grit where he'll get hurt and he'll just cry and then he'll be like, anyways, but I don't know if it's an ADHD thing where I'm diagnosing him.
No. I don't
but
think
where
does.
He'll just be like squirrel. Like literally one time he was like hurt and then he goes a squirrel like in the movie Up.
Yeah.
And I was like, good God, it is like squirrel.
Yeah. I don't know if Henry
like,
is the
anything
same.
happens, she scrapes her knee, dude. You would think that she had fucking surgery, that she had a hysterectomy.
Wonder.
That she's just icing herself. Anybody comes by, she's like, I hurt myself. Remember yesterday? I'm still in pain from yesterday. I need more medicine.
Is
need
Henry
more
the
rubs.
same way as my
and
my
this
younger
was
son?
your fault.
As my younger son, where he will also get his feelings hurt, and he will be upset if he gets physically hurt as well. All the same things that the older sibling does, just like Maggie. But he gets over it very quickly.
Yeah.
So he still has the reaction, but 2 minutes later, he's over it. That's the difference between my kids. My older son, Bill, and Maggie from your side, they have the same reaction, but they fucking hold it inside for weeks, for months, for a year and a half.
But I don't know.
They never let it go.
Part of me is wondering, and maybe we circled around this before, is like, is part of it me? Is it like Henry gets hurt and I go, the thing with him though is I'll go, walk it off, and he does. But sometimes he's hurt and I'll just go, you want a popsicle and an ice pack and watch a show? And he'll go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel better now. And maybe I don't offer that to her as much. Maybe I need to be like, oh, do you want an ice pack and watch a show and a popsicle? Maybe instead of me, maybe there's a part of me, I don't know that this is true, that sometimes maybe I go like, you're not even hurt that bad. Mm-hmm. And then that triggers her because she's like, I am. And then I'm like, you're always acting whatever and you want the attention. Mm-hmm. I don't say these things
Why
to
do you
her,
think
but
that
they're
is?
going through my head.
Why do you think? I don't know if that's the reason, but
because she's a faking ass bitch. That's
do you think
why.
it's because she's the older kid, so you hold her to a different standard?
Yeah, I think so. But also, like, she can act like she's 4 years old when she's 7. But there's that thing I need to understand of 7-year-old girls, and I've heard this said, of like, they act like teenagers, but they're still a little girl, and they still need to be held. When they cry, they still want these things that, like, a 4-year-old girl does, but they just put on these airs of, like, I'm putting on my fake makeup, and I'm, like, an adult, and I'm basically a teenager in these things, but it's like, they're not.
You're not.
And they're emotionally not, and they're quick to melt down and still give you the hugs. They want the hugs. They want all those things. Mm-hmm. So I want to try to lean into it. I just, if you're a girl dad or a girl mom, and you even a boy mom who has a sensitive child, please write us and give us some tips, because I'm struggling with this fool.
Man, I mean, join the club. Same. The emotional older child is a tough nut to crack, dude.
What do we do? I'm bracing
we've
for
talked
like,
about
how do
this
we even
before.
do a teen? Like,
if
how
we're
am I
being
going to handle them being a teen when I'm like,
oh, dude, I'm already thinking about that too.
hate you.
I don't think there's a magic trick, dude. I think we've talked about this before. You got to go through it. You're there with them. You do your best. You let them feel their feels, but it's just you have to go through the storm. That's the only way through it.
Maybe here's my own advice. Maybe what we need to do is at the first sign, being sincere here, the first sign of like bad attitude, to go, it seems like you're upset about something. Do you want to go talk for a little bit and you can just tell me what's going on and I'll just listen? Because I feel like more times than not, when I've said similar things, or just been like, what's going on? Why are you upset? She'll dump all the stuff. And it doesn't help when I'm like, well, if I just can go like the thing where you name it, where you're like, oh, that seems hard. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry that happened. Well, do you just need some space? Or whatever, instead of like this dismissing, because that's what I'm doing. Even talking to you, I'm like dismissing what her feelings are. And they're real. The feelings are real. It doesn't change that we don't think it's worthy of being upset about or having a bad attitude. They have it. They're upset about something. It exists. So to try to be like, you shouldn't feel this way, or you don't deserve to feel this way because you're middle class and white. Well, in the case of your son.
And you had a great day.
And you had a great day. Yeah. According to me, it's like, what am I, as I've joked before, like going to show them videos of kids in Gaza to be like, see, like that never fucking worked when I was a kid. And they'd be like, they're starving in Ethiopia. And I'd be like, whatever. I want a fucking sandwich.
You're onto something here, because this does happen with my older son, or with my 10-year-old. And I can see when he's getting upset, he'll get riled up. I can see it in his face right when it's about to happen. Yeah. And it's this emotion, it's anger, it's sadness, it's all these things. And if I can identify the thing that's upsetting him quickly, but it requires an incredible amount of presence. And sometimes I don't have it. I'm doing dishes, I'm doing this, I'm doing that.
It's the hard.
But if I have the presence of mind to actually understand where I go, I know why he's upset right now. And I'll say, hey, I know why you're upset. Hold on. Said, it's because I told your brother he could use the scooter, but you only had it for 2 minutes and he had it for 5 minutes, and you feel like that's not fair. Am I right? And if I can say the thing and he'll go, yeah. And I go, I understand. That doesn't feel fair, does it? And he goes, no.
And then you say, too fucking bad.
And I say, okay, here's what we're going to do. I already told him he can have it. I'm going to give it to you for 7 minutes next time to make up for it. Would that help?
Or you can just say, I see you're upset. Why don't we try this?
I see you're upset never works for me. I have to name the thing. It has to be. I have to get to the bottom of the thing.
Maggie, I can never get to the thing, because lots of times it's not. Now, granted, she can be upset with something I do in the moment. You did this, and it's not fair. But there are times where she's just upset from something that happened, or that I don't even know about, or she's just feeling moody, that maybe I can have the presence of mind. Why don't we try this next week, John, before we record next time, to both try to be very conscious with our moody older kids, to have presence of mind to stop what we're doing when they seem upset, and either name the thing or ask them to name the thing. Instead of just being like, you're a bitch asshole.
You're just explaining the thing that I just said to do.
Isn't that what therapy is, John?
I just said to do that thing.
Well, you're doing it a little different, because you're like, I'm John. I'm going to name what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give the solution instead of saying, what is the thing? Maybe we can work on a solution together.
Yeah.
I like to give my kids a little autonomy.
I think every kid's different. I think you have to figure it out. I will say for my older son, I have to kind of name the thing. The problem is, I've tried getting him to name it. When he gets upset like that, he can't. He loses. He's a very verbal child. He loses that skill set, right? So I have to be able to kind of get to the bottom of it quickly, because he gets the reptile eyes and he starts reacting, and it could be any number of starts sobbing or throwing something or whatever. Yeah. So I have to be able to name it, because he loses that skill set.
And then you say, there's another person who had trouble naming and controlling his emotions. Eminem. Bum, 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 bum. If you had $5 in one shot, We got
to take a break. Taking a break on that. Brandon, we are back with recommendations. I have something before we get into recommendations, though.
Oh, no.
I have a call to action for our audience.
Defund the tiger shark.
Audience, for those of you listening to this or watching it, if you are enjoying this show, we need your help. We need you
to kill Keith Chapman.
We need you to rate us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
Some of you have done this. I'm speaking to you, Soldanos.
Speaking to you,
Missy and Julianne.
Yeah.
Right? I'm speaking to other people we don't know on a first name basis, too.
Lead singer of that band,
Matt
Knight Rider.
Carmichael, lead singer of Knight Rider.
Who, by the way, my wife insulted, I think.
Did she?
She went to that party.
Listen, we don't have time for this. All right.
Oh, it's a funny aside, though.
Okay, but save that thought.
Okay.
We need you to rate us on Apple and on Spotify. It helps quite a bit. Some of you have done that already, and we appreciate it. If you can say some kind words, that's also very helpful. But if you don't have the time for that, we all got busy lives, I understand.
Yeah.
Click that 5 stars. If you want to click 1 stars, maybe you got something better to do.
Adriana Mainfredi, Elise McKenzie, Eric Chloride, Eric East, in Texas. We're talking to our regular listeners. We need you guys to rate and review us.
We are not asking for money
yet.
But for now,
our friends at the call centers in Bangladesh.
Exactly.
Please.
Paw Patrol haters.
Yeah, good God, unite.
Yes.
Paw Patrol haters.
We need your help. Rate us on the platforms. We really appreciate it. As I mentioned, we now have the video function to this podcast. We are putting time and energy and money into this show.
We want to get that Joe Rogan
Do you
bucks.
want us to keep doing this show?
Yeah, do you? Because our wives don't.
If you're not our wives and you want us to keep doing this show, we need your help. That is my call to action.
If you are sick of the manosphere and you want the kind of gay manosphere of me and John talking about the difficulties of being active, involved parents who love their kids and sometimes think about killing them, but honest, talking about with vulnerability, honest parenting instead of like, I'm an expert. Please rate and review us.
You got to do it.
You got to do it.
Because if you don't do it, guess what happens?
ICE comes.
Keith Chapman wins.
Oh my
That's
God!
what happens,
you know
Brandon.
what? He wins. Larry Ellison wins.
Do you want Keith Chapman to win?
Chapman wins. Lady G.
All right.
Wins.
Let's get into gotta goes and recommendations. Brandon,
Okay.
what's your gotta go?
Dude, this thing has been sticking in my fucking craw. If you're a parent, you likely, unless if you're in prison, have taken your children to child spaces that you have to be at. For instance, taking my daughter to her therapist, who's an idiot.
Doctor's office, dentist.
Yeah, the doctor's not. Dentist, but also places you have to be for a longer period of time. For instance, the therapy office or my daughter's indoor gymnastics, which, like the swim classes we talked about, they don't seem to be teaching them anything. But you have to sit there while your kid does a class or has a quote-unquote session, and the place has no fucking Wi-Fi. And these are always places where there's no cell phone reception. So even when you try to, like, hook up to your phone, your laptop, it doesn't work. And at the therapy office, I was like, hey, what's your Wi-Fi? And the lady goes, we don't have any Wi-Fi. I go, well, you do, because you're on a computer. And she goes, oh, I don't know what it is. I said, well, I need you to look so I can use it because I can't work on my computer. And she goes, I'm not allowed to give it out. If you have a place where there are children that parents bring for a prolonged period of time, it is a human fucking right.
You need to have Wi-Fi.
I'm talking how Obama used to talk about everybody needs a phone, Michelle. They need the phones. It's a human right for the unhoused. Also, it's a human right for working parents. Not that I currently am working officially, but to have a place where they can plug in and have acceptable Wi-Fi while they're sitting there.
You know if your office has shitty cell phone reception.
You do. And also the gymnastics place allegedly has Wi-Fi. Every other time I go there, it's not working. And I asked the lady and she goes, oh, I don't know anything about that. We don't have a tech support.
I've never heard of Wi-Fi before.
You guys are pulling in tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands a month from these idiot parents like us for your kid to do a couple flips and hopefully end up as an Olympic hopeful.
The
and
least
you're telling
you
me
could
you
do.
can't get the Wi-Fi, dude. This place, American Gymnastics Academy,
Set
they're
up
on
a
blast.
fucking.
They don't even have fucking. They have like
Set up a guest Wi-Fi
movie
account,
theater
guys.
seats
Come on.
in there, and
Come on.
2/3 of the seats don't even work. They have caution tape around them, like somebody got shot in the chest. I'm like, what the fuck is this goddamn place? Anyways, that's what's gotta go.
I totally agree. I think it's a travesty when these places don't have Wi-Fi. It's ridiculous.
I think the call to action would be start leaving shitty Google reviews at any of these places that don't have good Wi-Fi.
You're gonna have to do it once you leave.
After you're done peeling the skin off of Keith Chapman's charred body and feeding it to him,
Whoa,
please
whoa,
leave a
whoa.
Google review for any parenting child adjacent space that you have to be in for more than an hour that does not have acceptable Wi-Fi, listener.
All right.
And that's after you leave us a positive review.
Yes, please leave us a positive one.
And let me know what you think about my hair. John, this week you don't have a gotta go. We're going to put a pin in it for next week. But what's your rec?
Yes.
I see you've got a visual aid here for the listener and now viewer on Spotify and Apple.
Flip on over to the video, you listeners.
Don't watch the Fugler episode, though. I'll tell you that, unless if you want nightmares.
Yes, I'm going to, on a more uplifting note, I'm going to give my recommendation.
You have this book. It's called Mein Kampf.
My recommendation
for
this
kids. Week. What the fuck?
Is called.
Oh, I see. That's not it.
My recommendation is called All the World. I'm showing it to the video, to the camera now. This is a children's book.
By whom?
This came out in 2009.
Okay.
This is by Liz Scanlon and illustrated by Marla Frazee.
And who's the publisher? I'm just kidding.
Simon & Schuster, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yes. This is a Caldecott winner. It's a children's book award.
No shade on that, but I have a theory. If I ever do a children's book, I'm just going to put on a silver sticker that says some award.
Oh, you totally should.
Yeah.
Like
I'm a sucker for it. I'll put Palme d'Or for the book.
Yeah. This is a book we have had since our boys were very young. I don't know who gave it to us, quite honestly. This is our second copy of the book. It's a board book.
The first one.
We used the first one so much we had to buy a replacement.
You know what? We really did wear that book down. I'm familiar with this book.
It is a very good book. But I think I can't remember who gave it to us. I wish I could. I love this book so much. The illustrations are beautiful. The story of the book, it's very, the drawings are fantastic. There's not a ton of text. It's done in a kind of rhyme prose. It follows a family and kind of a community from the beginning of the day to the end. And it goes through kind of these different nature scenes and different things happening.
Just read it.
I'm not going to read the whole book.
It's about an interracial family, you should say. It's diverse.
It is diverse.
I remember my kids saw it because my sister's married to a black man, and when my kids were really little, they were like, "That's Uncle Marcus and Aunt Becky," because they have biracial kids. I was like, it literally actually looks like him, not just because he's black. He's got dreads and everything.
Yeah.
And it's kind of set in like Central Coast, NorCal, like
that is
beach
what it
day
feels
kind
like.
of thing,
It does feel very California for sure.
It definitely is. Not to alienate the people in the middle of our country.
No, I think everybody would enjoy this book.
Yeah.
Our youngest son, Bob, my 7-year-old, he had this book completely memorized. We could go from page page before he could read, and he would do the words from each page all the way through the end. He had done it so much.
It's a very kind book.
It is.
It really gives you hope about the world.
It's one of those books where it's hard to verbalize why it sticks with you so much. It's a combination of the illustrations and just the tone and vibe of it. It's just I can't express enough how great it is. If you are a new parent, or if you honestly, I think this is a great gift to give to new parents.
Yeah.
Baby showers, first birthdays, things like that. There is a page in this book. I'm going to show this page right here. It's a beautiful illustration of a restaurant, and the wording on this one is "All the world is cold and hot." This has always been my wife's favorite illustration from this book.
Now, why is that?
I think it reminds her of a cafe that she used to go to when she was a little kid.
Huh.
And so she's always loved this illustration a lot. And so I, for her birthday, reached out to the illustrator, Marla Frazee, who actually lives in Pasadena, California.
We love Pasadena.
We do love Pasadena.
Beautiful architecture.
I reached out to her and I said, I would love to get a print of this illustration. I've looked online. I can't find it anywhere. There's no prints from this book. There should be, because the illustrations are so good.
Did you try AI?
I would never.
Oh.
I would never. It's insulting. And I said, I would love to get an illustration from this, or a print from this, but I can't find the illustrations anywhere. It's not online anywhere. You can't purchase it. I said, is there any chance you would be willing to send me a digital file and I could make a print from it.
Oh, wow.
And
you said, and can you add Tony Soprano eating in the diner too from the last episode?
Start adding like random things.
Have the guy coming out of the bathroom, but he's got the gun in his hands.
You're really tainted. So she got back to me.
And she said, fuck you.
She said, that's very sweet. She asked me just some questions why I wanted it and told her it's my wife's birthday. She said, hey, I've got a small version of it. It was kind of a 2 megabyte JPEG. And I said, no, I really wanted to blow this up. And
can you can you work harder and go through your old archives, lady?
And she said, I have the original. I can take it to, the shop I use and get it scanned in. She gave me a price. She said, I'll do it for you.
How much we talking, John?
I think that's between me and Marla Frazee. I'll tell you off mic.
Dude, you better stop bringing up money if you don't think I'm going to ask amounts.
Yeah, you can ask all you want.
I grew up poor, dude. We want to know how things cost.
I'll tell you off mic. It's between me and her. I won't disclose that.
He's rich, too.
And she said, yeah, I can take it to the shop and I'll have it professionally scanned in, full giant size file, and you can make a print from that. So she did that for me, and I had a print made for my wife. I had it framed, and we got it, and now it's hung up in our house. It looks fantastic. It's great. Wow. That's my little side story. But
what a great gift!
Yeah, she was floored. She really liked it.
I talk a ton of shit about you, John, but you are a great gift giver.
Thanks, buddy.
That's the only good thing about you.
Next time you come over to the house, you can see the print on the wall.
Well, you don't invite us over anymore, but
yeah, but my wife does. So yes, my point is, this book, fantastic. The illustrator, a mensch. What a great lady that she was willing.
A mensch? What are you, fucking Jewish?
That she was willing to do that for us.
This guy over here. What a mensch.
I should have known.
We love her so much.
You gave me a compliment. You were going to come right down hard on me right after that.
This fucking guy. It's about the Abraham Accords. And she's such a mensch. She gave me a print for my wife, Lucy Silverstein. Abe. It's so great. We love her so much.
What word would you have used instead?
Fucking this guy. What a class act.
Yes, there you go. Class
act. What a great broad.
All right. That's my recommendation. All the World came out in 2009. Fantastic book. Highly recommend to new parents.
As you can tell by the cover, it is about Gaza. So, all right. Listen, They're Fine is produced and edited by Wyatt Gray. Original music composed by the greatest mensch of all time, John Ahern. John's Instagram is at John Ahern Music.
You can find Bubba's Inappropriate Parenting on Instagram at Bubba Ogborn. You can find our recommendations linked in the show notes. If you have feedback or topic suggestions, our show email is listenthey'refine@gmail.com.
And soon enough, once I'm done with my one-man show, I'll get it back on TikTok. That handle allegedly is at listenthey'refine.
If you made it this far without calling Child Protective Services, please leave us a 5-star review. I'm talking to you, Missy and Julianne.
It helps other questionable parents find us. Share the chaos. Tell a friend. Tell your therapist. Tell your Cub Scout leader. After saying, please don't molest me, tell anyone who needs to feel better about their parenting choices.
Hit subscribe so you never miss an episode.